This is the story of Marisa de Lecce, co-owner of a new online clothing business called Hermoza, and she is reaching out during the quarantine to do something unique to bridge the social distancing gap. Many people are experimenting in their kitchens to help pass the time, but how about sharing what you're cooking? And you can join hashtag quarantine cooking recipe exchange and she'll tell you all about it. So Marissa, tell us about that and everything else that is happening to you. And let's start with what's happening in general, because I look around behind you
Yeah.
and I can see your warehouse.
Yeah, a lot has been happening around here when the pandemic hit, we really wanted to be a light in a lot of the darkness that a lot of people were experiencing and be sensitive to also what families were going through. And so we first started a campaign called the Modern Day Hero, where we were reaching out to the community and asking people to highlight a modern day hero, if that's a nurse, a teller, someone who's delivering your packages at your front door. We wanted to thank them for all the work that they're doing and really give them a gift from our company to say thank you for everything you're doing standing on the front line. So we started with that campaign, and people send us nominations where they talk about why they're nominating the person, who they are. And then we open up our store and allow them to shop on our store, and we'll send them basically a gift to say thank you. So no strings attached. We really just want to say thank you. So we start off with that, and that was really a fun campaign, and it was an opportunity for us to be able to engage with our customer, be able to hear some stories that really again connects you to the community and allows you to see like the behind the scenes of what people are doing to keep the world running. So that was the first thing we started. And then after that, we realized we have so many tools and resources at our fingertips because we are a fashion company. We're able to work with pattern makers, designers. We have fabrics at our disposal. So we actually created face masks. So here's a prototype of a face mask that we created. We're fulfilling the orders today, but everything's free of charge. So we also opened up our store to let people know, hey, if you know someone who needs a mask, email us. We will send these to you free of charge. So what's kind of fun is they're made out of our swimsuit fabric, which already has antimicrobial properties built into the fabric. It's not medical grade, of course, but it's something to help. So you can use it, wash it, use it again. So we've been getting requests from all over, really, the nation, saying, hey, my mother's homebound, or my sister has 3 special needs children. Can you send them masks? And so that's been a wonderful thing for us to be able to do is really be able to make these masks and send them out. So we have children's sizes and adults. And again, it's free of charge. We didn't want to charge people for having to help the society with everything that's going on, especially if we have the fabric and the tools to be able to do that. And then to the cooking point that you were talking about, we were obviously there's a lot of things that are happening. We can see it with our business. Orders are going down. People are suffering and they're hurting. And so a lot of business owners that we work with too, they're small companies, and a lot of them are kind of in a situation right now. They're like, we don't know what's going on. There's no end date. And so we kind of were like, okay, what can we do to kind of engage people that we work with and also provide an opportunity to do things at home that's kind of fun. So that's when the cooking challenge happened, where reaching out to connections that we have and, hashtag quarantine cooking to just engage with individuals to be able to share recipes and create some love at home, and be able to put something on the table to connect with people. And it's kind of fun, the recipes that you see. I just made the Nordstrom's tomato bisque soup, and I didn't even know there was a recipe for that. So I was really thankful to have that. My husband loved it. So we're just trying to be creative and have fun here. And I think that's kind of keeping our spirits up.
Well, I really applaud you for what you're doing. It's fabulous. Now, you just started this business, what, a year ago?
Yes, it was actually a year this past March.
And your business is primarily swimming suits. Why don't you tell a little bit about it and give your website so if anybody wants to get that mask too, they can do it.
Yeah, so our website's thehermoza.com. And for any masks requests, you can find us on our social at The Hermoza, or you could also email us at office@hermozaswim.com. And we can do our best to fulfill any requests that you do have. But we started this company a little more than a year ago, and with the whole premise to be a direct-to-consumer company, which in retrospect, has been a huge blessing too, that we did decide to do that, because we're able to operate at a small scale, be nimble, flexible, and to really roll with the punches. So that's kind of something fun, is that we really have a lot in our control. I mean, granted, there are certain things that are out of our control, but we're not in the typical brick and mortar setup, which I know has been difficult for a lot of companies. But being able to have things at our disposal has been a huge benefit. So we started that a year ago, and really our premise is you don't have to bear it all to be beautiful. So our suits are functional. You can go swimming with them and not be fearful, like, oh, I went swimming. Is my swimsuit going to do what it's supposed to do? But still, keeping the feminine beauty to, what the body is. So our suits aren't made to hide. It's really to enhance the physique of a woman while still being supportive, and still have that luxury feel. So because we are direct to consumer, our suits are a luxury product, but we're able to offer it at an average a price for a swimsuit. So yeah, that's just a little bit about who we are.
Well, I know at one point you were thinking of opening a store.
Yes, we were. Yes, for our 1-year anniversary, we were going to open a store, and we were going to have it a couple of storefronts across the nation. And I'm so thankful we didn't, because they would have launched literally in March, and it would have been a very difficult thing to have dealt with. So that was a big blessing, but we were definitely considering it. And I mean, the beauty about having a storefront is you get to physically interact with your customer. And so we get to engage with the customer, but there's always a screen involved. So we were really in love with the idea to be able to have that interaction with our customer, and really provide the experience of what the Hermoza brand is, because we do really, we really want to exude a strong brand DNA where you come to us and you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm a Hermoza woman. And so that's what we were trying to strive for.
But I'll bet you're glad you don't have those leases in place.
Oh my goodness. I know. So thankful for that. Really. I mean, that has been a big blessing.
So what would you say to people that are out there dealing with the kids home all day long, worrying about the next paycheck?
Yes. Yes.
You have some words for them?
Gosh, I mean, my heart goes out to them. I'm not a mother yet, but I could only imagine having that pressure of wanting to stay positive, without, creating any sense of, fear or anxiety in your child. I'm sure that's a difficult thing when then you're also behind the scenes, what's happening. So my heart really goes out to families. I have a lot of my family myself, and my sisters, my brother, my aunts and uncles, they're homeschooling their kids now. They're trying to work. A lot of people had to close down their businesses. So it's been rough, but all the while trying to keep a smile on your face. And so for us, I mean, a personal mantra that I have is pray, hope, and don't worry, which I know it's so easy to say, but worrying is really useless, and it doesn't do anything for you. If anything, it just causes more harm. So I guess my advice would be is that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and we just have to keep a smile on and know that, there's an end. We just can't see it yet. So just stay hopeful, and our hearts and thoughts are with everyone during this time.
Well, thank you so much for what you are doing. I mean, it makes such a big difference in two areas, both the making of the mask, and then in addition to that, of course, the idea of cooking and sharing and getting some of your social needs met that way.
Yeah, it allows everyone to stay connected when you feel disconnected. So, we're all in this together.
Well, we appreciate it a lot, and hopefully everything will be opened up so that people can buy their swimming suit.
Yes,
from you.
Yes, please. Yeah, and if you know any people that are a modern day hero, please send them our way. We would love to honor them.
All right, that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're very welcome. Have a wonderful rest of your day.